Let's do business now and to a headline story. Demand for poultry feed has dropped following the outbreak of the avian influenza in some parts of the country a few months ago. Poultry feed manufacturers say demand has dropped by 12,000 bags, affecting their business.
Demand for all 5 types of poultry feed declined since the outbreak of avian influenza. Those who sell poultry feeds say sales in October this year had seen a drop compared to last year. Even though prices had not been increased, sales had slowed.
It affected the sales of our members. So you realize that patronage for broiler production, we have seen that it's dropped. An indication that people didn't have courage to go for the broiler base.
Factory price had also not changed, ranging between 60 cedis and 87 cedis per 45 kilogram bag. On daily basis, manufacturers sold a total of 1,500 bags. This figure dropped by 12,000 bags during the bird flu outbreak. Producers were hopeful sales would pick up as Christmas approaches.
And still staying on sales drop, and consumers are opting for ordinary cooking oil rather than palm oil for meals, following recent reports of adulterated palm oil on the Ghanaian market. Palm oil sellers also lament poor sales and are calling on authorities to speed up investigations on the issue.
There are about 30 palm oil and vegetable sellers in the Malamata market in Accra. These women lament sales have significantly dropped following recent news of the adulterated product. They argue they have no idea whether or not the product contains Sudan 4 dye, since they do not prepare the oil themselves but can tell the difference between the two.
We do not adulterate the oil from the village. The genuine oil is prepared by the village folks. We cannot tell whether the adulteration happens in the market.
While some claimed to have received their wares from a village around Asaman Kese in the eastern region, others say they do not know where the oil is prepared.
It's not our fault too. I don't even know where they bring this oil from. Sometimes I go home with 300, 400 cedis. But now, hardly for me to go home with 150 Ghana cedis. Yeah, it has come down, Papa.
The head of the Association of Oil Sellers at the Malamata market, Mark Hafui, said some personnel from the Food and Drugs Authority visited them on Tuesday, November 3, and took away samples for testing. Even though she was optimistic none of the samples would test positive for Sudan 4, she was quick to add that should it be otherwise, they would not be sold to consumers.
We sell genuine Zumi here at Malamata. Consumers should patronize our products.
A 1.5-litre bottle of palm oil cost 8 cedis, and for Abna Jakon, preparing palm nut soup for this much would not suffice. She would rather buy the palm oil from her usual seller, whom she trusts.
You cannot get enough oil from scooping of palm nut soup. When my seller is not available, I prepare okra soup instead of stew.
With the Yuletide season less than a month away, the palm oil traders are hopeful the Food and Drugs Authority would soon complete their investigations and issue a report to clear all doubt.
Away from that story, the Chief Executive Officer of the Private Enterprise Foundation, Nanose Bunsu, has hinted the Federation is in the process of setting up a pension scheme that will leverage funds to small and medium-sized enterprises in the formal and informal sectors. He indicated the Premier Pension Manager SNIT has not only failed to mobilize funds, but not also offered credit facilities to SMEs.
The hint was given during a visit by the French ambassador to Ghana, Francois Pujila, to the offices of the Private Enterprise Federation in Accra. The objective was to have a clear picture of the opportunities for investment and development offered by the Ghanaian economy. The new ambassador indicated private businesses in France are interested in investing in Ghana, bearing in mind the local content law for mutual benefit. He noted areas of interest include agro and food processing, finance, insurance and power supply.
Possibilities and events and business connect that we could organize together. When they come to Ghana, they don't come just for, one shot. They come to stay and to develop long-lasting cooperation. What you said about Technip is what we want to see with other French groups, because they have the mean also to develop all those, training programs and career development for local staff, which is happening, namely with Technip.
France has $1.2 billion investment in bilateral trade with Ghana.
Between 2 and 3% is not enough. We would like to, little by little, step by step, to join Netherlands, and especially in some sectors where there is needs in Ghana, such as energy, the ambassador was mentioning, water treatment, sanitation, water distribution, consumer goods as well.
CEO of Private Enterprise Federation Nana Osebunsu indicated Ghana has huge potential in roads, railways, processing of extractives and cocoa.
As the lead sector, where we have post-harvest losses running 35 to 55% to address post-harvest losses. So, and then transport are critical. Power generation, I don't think French is so strong in power generation funding, and businesses need electricity. So that's the reason why we think that those are the priority sectors.
That's all for business.